Sometimes we are placed in very uncomfortable situations so that you can look at yourself and see who you really are in the midst of so much pressure and what's the word that I'm looking for, where everything looks like it's gonna fail, but you're being obedient to God. You are being faithful. You are waiting. You are still. You are not running back to the world. There is an easy way out of your situation, but you don't go to that easy cop out situation because you have fully committed your life, your walk, your decisions, your heart, your mind to live for something greater than yourself. And if you pay attention to patterns in life, we are constantly placed in very uncomfortable situations. You are going to be stuck between a hard rock or a rock and a hard place. And what helps anchor us is remembering greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. We have the same spirit that raised Jesus Christ from the dead within us, inside of us. Why would we forget that? Why would we run outside of ourselves to solve our problems when all of the answers are inside? And many times it's courage that is required. It's lack of belief in yourself, especially if you grew up with caregivers that never told you your worth, that never instilled high self-esteem in you. And it's not to blame them. Oh, they are broken themselves. Not every caregiver, but if you weren't told how much you matter growing up, if you had emotionally unavailable parents, if they were not, you can have biological parents, but not have loving, caring, nurturing, compassionate, sacrificing for your own good parents. There's a lot of selfish parents out there that make you feel bad about who you are, and so you grow up with these ideas in your head and you start hating who you are, and you don't know what you are good at in life, and you have all of these blocks. Your relationships are terrible because you don't know how to communicate your needs, and you're just angry and you don't even know why you're angry. Like, it all spirals. And so when you are faced with really big storms, even if you have a good life, but if you have like a good life in you're healthy, you can walk, you can chew your food, you can write, you can see, you can taste. These things some people don't even have. Some people cannot even hear. The super basic things that we take for granted. So that's what I mean about even if you have a good life, like you're healthy, all of these things I just said, and you face hardships in life and you don't have a strong, solid foundation, it's still going to be challenging. So imagine how much harder it is if you don't have a strong foundation within yourself to withstand life's storms. The way I was able to build my solid foundation was through Jesus. He's the one who reinstated my identity that I had lost and given away to the world, thinking that the answers were I was going to find my fulfillment and my joy and my peace and my happiness in the world with people that don't love him, that people whose values don't even align with mine, but we're so worried about being accepted, and we fall trapped into people pleasing, and then we hate it at the same time. So when I began to working with a personal development coach myself, which I have been doing for at least 6-7 years now, it was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of money invested in myself. And isn't it better to be spending your money on wisdom than the next latest expensive thing that is only going to give you a spike of happiness for a while, and then you're going to go back to feeling crappy, still facing the same problem, and then you feel like you have to go buy another thing or go run back to that addiction so that you can feel good about life? That's not the answer. I've been there too. And we're looking for the same thing. Everyone is looking for the same thing. Everyone wants the same thing. A good, healthy, loving relationship, financial security, a healthy body, a sound mind, success, prosperity, all of the goodness of life. Everyone is literally looking for the same thing. Everyone wakes up, they go to work, they provide. Why? For the same things. They want a good family. Even the people that turn to drugs and disrespect people, they're still trying to fill that void. They just found it through poison and destruction. So life is not easy, and it's not going to always be easy. Life is colorful. It has a little bit of everything. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's okay. And you know how it can be okay? If you get yourself strong enough. It's not about avoiding problems. It's not about when I get that thing, when I get that relationship, I'll finally be happy. When I finally make X amount of money, I'm finally going to be happy. No, you're not. It doesn't work that way. You will fill whatever voids you need to fill, and no matter what you're facing, you're going to be okay. And even if you are caught in the middle of a storm and you don't know how you're going to get out of this one, you're still cool, calm, and collected. For the most part, you will probably just process your emotions, but you remember whose you are, and you remember that you have that same Spirit of God inside of you that raised Jesus from the dead. So he will raise you out of whatever situation you are in. So it's about healthy, strong spirituality and practical solutions. I can go on and on about this. I feel like I have so much more to say. When you have so much trauma, like a lot of times it's the trauma inside of you that's the conductor of your life, and you keep running through the same problem over and over and over again, and it's not going to go away. It's going to continue to repeat itself until you learn the lesson. And often you learn the lesson by doing the exact opposite of your feelings and your emotions. So it goes pretty deep in the emotional work that I do with the people that I coach. And I don't just talk about these things. I walk through them. And I'm at the point where I'm really seeing the patterns. Like, oh, we're here again. I've been here before. And what does the Lord tell us in Philippians? Do not worry. Come talk to me about everything. Come tell me what's on your heart, what troubles you. I am your greatest counsel. I am your greatest love. I am your first true love, not people. And I want you to be in a state of gratitude. Think of me when good things happen in your life, because I want those things to happen in your life. And I want you to recognize me as a good, loving father that I am. And trust me. That's what he tells us. And we can easily forget when we're caught again in another storm of life that's never ending. You will have periods of highs, mediums, and lows. And with a strong, solid foundation, you won't be toppled over. And you won't, like when life is good, you have enough wisdom to know that you need to be conservative. Like, let me give you an example. Be conservative with your money. If you know, like, let's say you start getting a ton of money now. Well, if you have wisdom, you'll learn to invest your money, to not blow through it, not burn through it, because the wisdom in you knows that tomorrow it could dry up. And you know how you'll be a have a strong, solid foundation, is that you were smart with your decision. So you're not freaking out with about money. The same with the relationship. Let's say you have trouble in your relationship. Well, the good thing, hopefully you were wise enough to deposit a lot of love and care and compassion in your relationship to create a strong, solid, secure foundation. So when one of you is not doing well, you both don't topple over. You are steady and strong, and you're there for one another, and you're not beating each other up. There's so many relationships, worldly relationships, that tear each other down because they are so dependent on their joy and happiness from the other person. But we are not created and designed to find our happiness through another human being. Another human being in your life is simply to help you through life's challenges and to love one another. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful blessing when you're in the right relationship. And all of these ways of operating and doing life requires a secure sense of self. Not anxious, not using people, not avoiding people, not being passive aggressive, not staying in abusive relationships or where you're being disrespected. No, like, you wouldn't even enter those kind of relationships. So I'm glad to have done the work for so many years. Like I said, I have invested so much money in personal development myself, a lot of schooling. And yes, I learned so much, and I'm so grateful. And the best thing that I ever did was to seek God first. Seek His wisdom, seek His kingdom, seek His will in my life. And then everything that I learned solidified. It was the glue to everything. Without Him, nothing sticks long term. But through Him, we are given His strength, His power, His love, and His forgiveness. Because we don't always have forgiveness, love, and power and joy in us. But when you are His, you have access to all of His glory, all of His love, all of His peace. He grants it to you. So when nothing works in life. We must seek Him, and He will provide, He will answer, He will comfort us. And we, again, will always be tested. Sanctification. Will you obey? And will you trust? It doesn't stop. So, I hope these words of encouragement were helpful to you. And if you would like coaching, that's what I do. You can send me a message on WhatsApp and we'll take it from there. Adios.